Hello friends and welcome back to another gardening video. These are some beautiful flowers blooming in my apartment balcony garden and some vegetables also, and these are mostly powered by what most people consider garbage, which is kitchen scraps and your garden waste. So stop throwing your kitchen scraps and garden waste and even the cartons etc which you receive when you purchase something online. Everything can be recycled into this really nutritious compost, and I'm going to show you a technique by which you can prepare this compost without any smell while composting it and without any pests or fruit flies. You can easily compost all these things in your apartment balcony without using any high-end composting bins or any high-end composting setup. Not only this, in this video I'll show you the correct method to create nutrient-rich moist compost, and in this compost we are going to add Tricoderma viridae powder, which is a biofungicide and a plant growth enhancer. It controls the soil-borne diseases like root rot, wilting off, damping off, and helps in root development of the plants by improving the soil structure. For composting, we have to mix the greens and the browns. Greens are nitrogen-rich substances that provide moisture, and this is important for microbial growth, and the browns are carbon-rich substances which provide energy and air pockets so that the composting happens without too much of smell. So the first ingredient will be the gram flour or besan, and the next ingredient will be this jaggery. So over here, first of all, I am going to take this jaggery and mix it with a little bit of water and create a solution. So this jaggery, when we are mixing it with water, is going to create a carbon source, and we are going to be adding the Trichoderma viridae powder in this solution. And mixing Trichoderma in this jaggery water, it will help activate the spores, because if you know, Trichoderma powder contains the spores of the fungi and you have to activate it. You can either add it to soil and then put water to the soil, otherwise you can activate it in this manner by adding it to a carbon rich substance like jaggery over here. So that activates the spores and it will multiply rapidly, and this jaggery solution is going to sustain the fungus and it will help grow the fungus very much quickly. This is the reason why jaggery water and Trichoderma are mixed together. So this is one solution that I am preparing. And if you don't have this Trichoderma powder, then you can easily make your compost using just the gram flour and the greens and browns, which I'll be using later on. But if you have Trichoderma, then you should definitely use this method, because then you're going to create a moist kind of a compost which will be very much rich in this fungus, and that is going to help the plants even more, and it's going to create an environment in the soil which will be highly beneficial for the plant compared to the normal composting. So for composting, I'll be using a bag, and the first layer that I'm going to add in it will be the browns. So over here for the browns, I'm using this carbon rich material, which is the carton pieces. You can use newspaper, you can use any reused paper etc, and I'm going to tear it into smaller pieces so that the composting becomes quicker. So in this manner, we can also recycle all the cartons and all the packages that we get whenever we purchase something online. Another very important composting material are these egg trays, paper trays. These can also be used and it's really good for composting, or you can even use old newspapers torn into smaller pieces. So this is all coming under the browns. All the dry materials come under brown, and this one is tea leaf which I've added to soil. So I'll be using this also, and all the wet materials, all your kitchen scraps etc will be coming under the greens. Now this onion peel etc, that is coming under browns as it is dry, but these kitchen scraps etc, especially in the kitchen scraps, I make sure to put the banana peels because these are really beneficial for composting. Now to prepare the compost, I am using this old plastic bag. It is a little bit porous, otherwise you can punch in a few holes, and the first layer should always be of browns. So I am going to add a layer of paper and carton below. This will help absorb any extra moisture, and I'm also going to add these dried onion peels. Now these will also act as browns. You can use dried plant leaves or any leaves that you have which are dried out. Put this as the base layer, and then I'm going to add the greens. First of all, I'm going to add the soil in which I have used tea leaf. So this is also going to have a lot of bacteria, and it's also going to make the soil a little bit acidic. And then for the greens, I'm going to add a layer of my kitchen and garden waste. So this is the banana peel, etc. You can chop it up into smaller pieces if you want quicker composting, but I'm using it like so. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the gram flour. Adding gram flour to the compost pile increases the rate of composting, especially beneficial during the winters. And then I'm also going to add, or I can say sprinkle, a little bit of the Tricoderma viridae solution that I had created in jaggery. And this is also going to help in composting by providing the beneficial fungus to the compost. And I'm going to add a little bit, not too much. The compost should be like a sponge. It should not be like too soggy. And I'm also going to add some eggshells. These are kind of like neutral, and it provides a lot of calcium and phosphorus to the plants. And then I'm going to add another layer of the browns over the greens, which is again going to be some paper, and I'll again add some onion peel, etc. And in this manner I'm going to keep on layering the compost pile. So adding one layer of green and then repeating the same steps and adding another layer of browns, and in this manner I'll fill up the whole composting bag. And there is another important thing that I need to tell you, that is that while adding the gram flour, make sure to add it correctly, which means that you have to sprinkle it thinly on the surface and avoid creating a clumpy kind of situation, because if the gram flour clumps together, then it might become smelly and it might attract pests, etc. Now adding gram flour is really important because it is very much beneficial, because it's nutrient dense and it is a high plant protein source, and it provides a quick energy source to the microbes, which helps accelerate the composting process, and it also increases the temperature of the pile, which will further help accelerate the composting. And over here you can see I'm adding this Tricoderma viridae solution, the jaggery solution. This also I'll be adding after every layer, and in this manner I'll be filling up the whole pile. And then in the end you have to make sure that the topmost layer of your compost bag should be of a brown. It can either be cardboard or paper, or it might be your dried leaves or onion peels, whatever. So in this manner I'll be filling up the bag, and then after it's done, the next step is tying up the bag but leaving a little bit of gap so that there is ventilation. Air should pass into the bag, because if there is anaerobic decomposition, then it will start becoming smelly, and we want to create a compost that is non-smelly. So the best method is, in the end, add some browns on top and then tie up the bag, leaving a little bit of space. Now if it is a gunny bag, then there is adequate ventilation, but if it is a plastic bag, that like the way I am using, then you have to make sure that there is a little bit of space on top, and then you can punch a few holes using a thick needle or a screwdriver into the bag, so that there is a little bit of aeration also. So over here you can see that my bag is filled up completely. So I have many layers of greens and browns, and basically it is a good idea to have 3:1 ratio of brown is to green. Over here I have used kind of like 2:1 ratio because I had a lot of greens also. And now I'm going to tie this up, and I'm going to leave it for about a month or two, because it is the winter time when I was making this compost. So over here you can see that I'm making sure that there's a little bit of hole on top, and then I'll be leaving it in an area where a little bit of sunlight comes but not too much. And then every week I'll be mixing up the compost in this manner. So rotating the compost bag in this manner every week is going to introduce oxygen into the pile, and it's going to help the compost process take place without any smell or without any odor and without any worms or any flies, etc. contaminating the compost. And you can see after about 2 months, this is the prepared compost. Now this compost is basically moist. It should not be completely dry because the Tricoderma viridae we have added over here. If the compost becomes totally dry, then the count of that fungus will become less, which we don't want. So this compost should always be kept a little bit moist, not soggy, but just a little bit moist, so that the fungus is viable. When you add it to the soil, it will act immediately. Now, ways to use this compost. First of all, you can mix it with your soil. Whenever you are repotting something, you don't have to add any extra fungicide because it is already rich in Trichoderma, and you can plant anything that you like, or you can add this compost to your growing plants, the plants which are going to flower or which are going to just form fruits or vegetables. You can just dig up the soil a little bit and add this compost all around, and in this manner you will get zero cost compost. It's almost free because it's been made by kitchen scraps, and you can see how nicely the plants are growing and buds are forming. This compost is also very much beneficial for leafy plants. Like I have given it to my beetle plant and it's grown so much nicely. So if you want to have a lush green garden with lots of flowers blooming in your garden without spending too much money on chemical fertilizers or other compost materials, etc., then you can definitely make this compost in your own home using scraps. I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.